DeAndre Hopkins played his first game as a Kansas City Chief. Let's talk about it. Welcome back, everybody, to the KC Sports Report. I'm your host, Michael Darcy, and today I'm going to break down DeAndre Hopkins' Chiefs debut. He had 2 catches for 29 yards, and he was only targeted 3 times, but overall, he had a pretty good debut, considering the fact that he was traded to this Chiefs team Wednesday of last week. And so you gotta love what he was able to do in his Chiefs debut, having an impact right away, something that Sky Moore cannot say that he has done. And on one of his catches that went for 16 yards, he actually helped Patrick Mahomes reach 30,000 passing yards, which is something that no other QB has done at his age. So it's kind of cool to see DeAndre Hopkins in his first week in a Chiefs uniform already helping Patrick Mahomes break records. But I think that this is just the beginning of what we see from D-Hop in Kansas City. I know there's some Chiefs fans, albeit a very small portion out there, that are upset with what he did in his first week, saying that he didn't have enough production in this offense. But listen, Andy Reid is not going to dumb the offense down enough for him to understand it in just 1 week. And the fact that, he was able to have any impact on this game whatsoever really shows you the football IQ that DeAndre Hopkins already has. And so it's just going to take a couple more weeks for DeAndre Hopkins to get more acclimated to this offense. And once he gets it down, we're going to be off and running. But I think that, Patrick Mahomes is super excited to have DeAndre Hopkins on his team. He said on social media that this is just the beginning of this duo. And it might, this is maybe a crazy comparison, but it kind of reminds me of when the New England Patriots got Randy Moss at the trade deadline. And so this might be the equivalent to that, and it's going to light a massive spark in the Chiefs offense. And so I'm super excited for that. And I think that week 1, he didn't have a super big impact, but he got a couple catches. He got used to the flow of this offense. And you could kind of just see that even with him just being out there, it took pressure off Travis Kelce. You saw him have a monster game against this Raiders team, getting in the end zone and having 90 yards. So in even just a short amount of time, you saw other guys step up. And I think a large part of that is because DeAndre Hopkins is on the field commanding that attention because he is so respected. He is one of the best wide receivers in the NFL still, and he was putting up 1,000-yard seasons with Will Levis and Kyler Murray. And that's no shade towards Kyler Murray, but he hasn't been great. And so I do think the talent is still there. And he's excited. He's rejuvenated to be in a team, in an organization that is trying to win something. The Chiefs are playing very meaningful football, and he said in his press conference, that's not something that he's done in quite some time. Now he has a purpose of suiting up every Sunday because he has a chance to help a Super Bowl team get wins. And so you think for a player that's never won a Super Bowl, that's not incredibly motivating? It absolutely is. And so that's why I'm just so over the moon with this trade. And right off the bat, he's already got more receiving yards than Sky Moore. And I think that we're going to see over the next couple weeks, he is going to be entrusted with a lot more responsibility. And it's because he's going to be more ready to take on the load of the offense because he's going to know what to expect. The fact that he was traded midweek and he came in and played at all is a big testament to the talent that he is. Because Andy Reid could have absolutely sat him. Now, it would have been tough because the wide receiver room is pretty much empty right now. But the Chiefs could have just let him get another week in this system. They elected to play him, and he was pretty good. Now, I'm not saying that he was, the best player on the field, but considering that, he didn't have a lot to work with, a lot of time to learn the offense, you saw him get involved early. And, he almost had 3 catches if Patrick Mahomes didn't overthrow him. And there was a route that Xavier Worthy, actually didn't end up coming down with the football. But DeAndre Hopkins ran a phenomenal route and was open. Mahomes just didn't see him. And so you're starting to see the talent and the ability of DeAndre Hopkins starting to leak into this game. And it's going to allow this team to do so much more offensively. And it's just the start. Over the past couple weeks, we're starting to see this Chiefs offense put up 28, 27 points. With DeAndre Hopkins involved, that's going to continue to go up. And so that's a big thing for this offense. And we've seen that they've been incredibly efficient. DeAndre Hopkins is only going to help with that. So Chiefs Kingdom, what do you guys think? How do you think that DeAndre Hopkins performed in his debut? Again, he had 2 catches on 3 targets for 29 yards. I'm not going to blow this performance out of proportion. It was solid. It was a good opening debut for somebody that hasn't been in this system an entire week yet. And it's just going to, continue growing. His workload's going to get more and more and more as he learns this offense. And that is a very exciting thing. And it's just going to put the rest of the NFL on watch because this duo is going to be scary. And I'm super excited to see how DeAndre Hopkins flourishes in this Chiefs offense. That's all I have for this video. If you guys enjoyed it, hit that like button and subscribe for more Chiefs content. I've been posting every single day, 2 times a day now recently. So definitely hit that like button and subscribe so more Chiefs fans can find it. Go follow me on social media, Instagram and TikTok, KC_Sports Report, and Twitter at KC Sports Report. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And as always, go Chiefs.